September.
I got to spend the final days of August in the Volta region.
Okay.
First of all, I must say the roads are really good, comparably to the northern region.
So you see, it's not every time that we say only bad things. Sometimes when it is good, we talk about
the
it.
roads are good.
Yes.
I mean, I came across the cocoa roads at a point that had been partly done.
Okay.
At least one side, so it's supposed to be a double lane for both sides. One side had been done, the other side hadn't been done. But even that, at least it was okay. We're hoping that the other side will be completed. I saw some uncompleted railway lines as well that are still supposed to be. I saw a part and I was like, is this where the Sky Train is going to be? And everybody was laughing because I thought it was going to hang there.
Pakadan one?
I think so, that
one
side. Exactly. Yeah. So I see some level of development. They're pretty slow. I mean, but regardless, the roads going to Volta region, they're better.
Fantastic.
They're better than going to the northern region, honestly.
Okay, so again, then it depends on which part of the Volta region. Because even here in Accra, you would find some very good roads. You know, but the folks around the beach, the coastal belt in the Volta region, they complain about their roads. You know, a bit of part of the northern Volta. I was in Hohoi recently, good as well. My only challenge is that after the roads are done, the street lights and the markings, street light markings, because they're supposed to ensure safety on the roads. So if the street lights and the markings are not there, then it becomes problematic. But then people keep asking the question, okay, it's a year of roads, it's another year of roads.
Second year of roads.
Okay. And then when you have people who come on to speak for government and you throw them a question like, okay, so what have you done in the road sector?
When they get upset.
If I would take an opportunity to wrap around it and tell you what I have done, I would not get angry.
But why do you think they get angry though, Bella? Why do they get angry?
I'm giving you a blank check.
Honestly, I feel like if they don't have answers to the question that you're asking, that is when they try to throw it back at you and blame you for being taking sides. And it's happened to me as well. I mean, I think last week or so, I had the same thing happen to me because I was questioning the NPP man, and he said, "Why are you questioning me so much? These are the questions you should be asking my opponents."
And you said, "I do the questioning on the show."
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I've noticed that usually when you ask them a difficult question and it keeps them in a box, then it makes it difficult for them.
But you see, it goes without saying. You host a press conference on a Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
It makes it to the news in the evening of a Sunday.
Yes.
It makes it to the front pages of the papers. It goes without saying that is the subject for conversation. And once that comes up, all the other elements that the minister spoke about will come to play.
True.
So if you're coming to the studio, you bring relevant documents I mean, the man in opposition couldn't have brought documents when the man in government doesn't have documents and then he crosses camera to go and bring it. And
that's what happened.
I don't get it. So for me, the key component is that this is an informative and educational program. We come to sit here not because, and to just place on record, we don't select which of the party's representatives come here.
To the show,
Because of the same tagging and all of that, we decided to give them the opportunity to select. And sometimes they don't tell us who is coming until the next morning. Should we say that's unfair to us because you need to know a person's expertise and background
for the person.
to be able to prepare for the person.
But we don't even get that, but yet we are able to maneuver around.
And then we are doing stuff that you have done press conferences on or front pages, and then you take offense for it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But these are some of the roads.
Some of the roads in the country that needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Some of the roads.
I don't think that car, the picture that passed, the white car at the back, I don't think that it would ever make it.
No.
It won't be able to
They'll have to drag it out.
Yeah.
So, Danny, hold on to this photo. You see this photo? The Sapiti Road, that's what they call it.
Okay. The one before this one?
Yes, the one before this one. So they pick the what do you call it? The songs, they fly it on the quota and it's Sapiti. That's what the accounts call it.
Sapiti.
Sapiti.
Oh, okay.
For those roads, see, this road looks fairly new, but after the rains, see.
That's what happens.
It went to 2.
After the rain, so it was not properly done. But the contractor has been giving his money perhaps, or he's busy raising certificates to go and claim his money. Somebody should have supervised the work, and the rest is history.
Exactly.
For this road, for example, the one that came just before this one, you'd clearly see that the road has been cleared, the pathway has been cleared, it's been compressed. The next point was to lay the quota or laterite, whatever it is you wanted to put on it, like this one. And it was left. Now it's developed all the holes. So if your contractor comes back on site, he would have to re-engineer the costs and give it back to us to fix at a higher cost. You see what the problem is?
So why can't it be done just once?
This is Jolu, by the way, Abilinkwe, that area.
Oh, the one that came before.
Because I've seen the signboard.
Okay, you've seen it. Oh, yeah.
And there's Janem. So Janem is just around the Abilinkwe side. And so that road is also really, really bad as well. And this is supposed to be a highly residential area, like proper residential area. And that road is horrible. So I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, I hope they fix the roads. But let me just tell you a bit about my trip to the Volta region.
Right. Share with us.
So good morning to the Tour Operators Union of Ghana and the Ghana Tourism Authority and Ministry of Tourism. So they decided to embark on a familiarization tour for Tour Operators Union of Ghana. And this is supposed to promote domestic tourism because, you know, because of year of return and beyond the return, they were expecting more people to come into the country to visit. And we've all been complaining about them visiting only the central region, the Ashanti region, and staying in the capital city. So this was an opportunity for them to go explore the Volta region as well. And they're saying that this is one of many tours across the country to familiarize themselves with some of these tourist sites. So they went to the Tafia Tome Monkey Sanctuary. You know, they went to some parks as well. In fact, there's also Avedakpa Crocodile Pond or resort, which is what I also got to visit. Avedakpa. Yeah, I mean, I went there, so I had to learn it. And especially for that place, Avedakpa, I mean, there's a beautiful you know, pond there, very clean water. And that's something I noticed in the Volta region. Their water is very clean. So the lagoon, the lakes, all of that is really, really clean.
The beaches are cleaner.
And the beach is unbelievable.
I
don't even know why we're here. It's so peaceful in the Volta region. But that's because there are less people there. And so we're used to the noise in the city, and then you go there and it's really peaceful. Before we even got there, we had to go through. It was the same thing we did with the mountains, Ebri. We started saying it's peaceful, it's peaceful. And then now everybody
they are creating a concrete jungle there.
But you see, honestly, I think that if people start living outside Accra, and if we develop it enough for people to be comfortable to live there, we won't have
less congested.
the kind of crowding that we have here with the flats and everything. Because everybody's trying to build a house in Accra. So they end up building on waterways, and that blocks the passages of water.
And you see, it goes back to that conversation we had 3 weeks ago about the rail line. You remember that this government promised that we're going to have a rail line from Takrady all the way to Paga. Now they're in Pakadan, all of that, we have spoken about it, which is ongoing. But then we set up a whole ministry for railway development, headed by lawyer Joe Gatti. We said we're going to build rail lines from Takrady, the western region, all the way to Paga. Now, imagine if you had a rail line coming straight from maybe Ebri, or coming from Akropong, coming to Accra.
That would be like 10 minutes.
You would drive your car. You would drive your car here. And you would leave your car at Kitasi, ride down, come to work, finish, ride back, and go back and drive with your car. You won't have big trucks break down on the road because they're carrying stuff. Because the trains will do that job, and it will save our roads. But when you talk about it, then somebody takes offense. We're all looking at the bigger Ghana agenda. We're not looking at somebody doing better than that's not our point. If it is comfortable,
outside Accra,
If
beautiful,
it's comfortable, we're all comfortable.
And there's greenery. Listen. So we were at Ellie Beach Resort. Oh my God,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. That's in Keta.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The beachfront is clean.
I mean, see that?
To a large extent, if you compare that to the beaches that we have in Accra, the water is clean. It's very serene.
Did you notice also that at Ellie Beach Resort, for example, the shoreline is wide? That's it. It's wide. It's wide like La Boma, maybe a double of La Boma in Accra. Wide, clean. Look at the sand.
Clean.
Sweet.
Very, very clean.
And
you still have the fishermen who are doing their thing on the side, but then it's still very open. You can go and sit there and just enjoy the scene. And I was just wondering, and that's when I was thinking that imagine you live on this side of town and you can easily come into the city, do your work, and go back. But there's very little development in the Volta region. Very, very little. Now, one of the places that the team visited is called the Hanging Village in Sherry. And anybody who goes to the OT region, I think, maybe you should visit it. The road leading to that place is very bad. Unfortunately, Daniel and I missed that trip because we had to go a little later. But they complained about the road so much. But then, so it's a group of people who are living atop the hill. When you're down at the foot of the mountain, you won't see anything. But when you go up there, they live on a slope.
So you get to see.
So it's a beautiful view. Right. And maybe if we can't show it this morning, the day show will bring you those footages as well. It's very beautiful. Unfortunately, those people are literally cut off from everyone else. There's no electricity. It's like they live in a different...
On
the people on top or down?
The people on top. So there's nobody who lives down there. It's a whole village on its own, but you have to climb. So that's it. These are some footage. You have to climb very high into the sky to be able to view and be part of these people. No electricity, no level of development, but they seem to be fine. Wow. And there's a waterfall in there somewhere. And oh my God.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, yes. I saw videos of it. Unfortunately, like I said, I couldn't visit it. But my team took some overview pictures and stuff. Very, very beautiful. And they interacted with these people as well.
I heard also that some place around the Akosombo area, COVID was being taken seriously.
Shame on that guy who... Wait, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. No, I'm not being mean. But shame on him because I was taking photos of the process. Now, before you enter Akosombo, there's a team that's been... put at the side of the road, and they stop every vehicle. If it's a bus, everyone gets down and they check your temperature and they sanitize you before you go back into the bus and enter Akosombo. So I was taking photos of that so I could put it up and celebrate them.
And he was upset.
And he was upset and said, delete the picture. I said, delete the picture. Well, I had to delete it anyway because, of course, you have to respect that person if he doesn't want to appear.
But you're not going to say any bad thing about
I wasn't, but that's the thing. That's the mentality that a lot of them have. They think that you're taking videos and pictures because you want to come and lambast them on air. But they actually stop every vehicle and they test you before, well, not test you, but they check your temperature and sanitize you before you enter.
This is a typical example of a system that's working.
Exactly. And it wasn't just this spot. So when you go further in, before you turn towards the Volta Hotel, there's also another team there that's also checking those who are coming outside of Akosombo. So
because they could have come through Jekiti and
But this, I was just going to say that this started a long time ago because last year, sometime June, July, when I visited Jekiti, this was going on. So they didn't even have to wait for the numbers to peak for them to do this. They started doing this a long time ago. And it's not just along this stretch. Every other route that enters and comes out of Akosombo.
Oh, that's really good. And they're properly dressed. I mean, if you just saw that video, you see that the man has his overall. He's properly covered and he's testing everybody.
I was very impressed when I saw it. And I thought it could be replicated in all the other 16 regions of the country. But here we are today with over 10,000.
But if you have people with such a mentality who don't even want to be filmed when you're doing the right thing,
how can it be replicated? I know.
But big ups to the team that's put that in place.
They've been doing it for a long time. They have been.
I thought that was really, really good. We saw a long bus and everybody got out of the bus to get tested and to have the sanitizer before they went back in.
The thing is that between 1 year ago and 1 year on now, we have done about nearly 500,000 of COVID cases, nearly 500,000%, if you will. I know 500%, I must say, sorry, 500% of COVID cases. And we're still behaving as if everything is okay, as if we are some last killers, dadigbomo, macho killers, you know. And
last killers sounded funny.
We're sounding like last killers, dadigbomo kind of thing, and I find it strange. There are two photos I'll share about something that's happening up north regarding the spillage of the Barry Dam and flooding and how they are going about it. Two photos.
Told one person has already passed.
Yes. So we'll share those photos with you in a bit. But Theory is coming on to share with us some sports news.
I'm not even sure why he's having fun with someone when he's supposed to be on air.
It's amazing. No, he's a talkative.
He was disturbing me.
You know he was a talkative. And I knew we will not hear the last of it when he won the Jollof competition.
And he's still making noise about it.
It's good you brought that up. It's good you brought that up because thing is, great cooks are
You didn't win. It was the girls who won.
No, see.
What did you
You didn't do anything. Johnny was even more active in his group.
Johnny was the one.
Listen, and Johnny's Jollof was solid, I must say.
If you're looking for hate, this is hate.
No.
Johnny's
You go and prepare macaroni and go and serve it as jollof.
Thank you very much.
Now there's a criteria. There's a criteria for whatever we did.
It's a jollof
Jollof, side dish, whatever it is.
There
put
wasn't
together.
supposed to be side dishes or anything. At most, vegetables.
It was a
Their main
competition.
meal
Have you
was
guys
the
even seen the artwork? Have you even seen the artwork?
Which artwork?
It was a cooking competition. They didn't say jollof competition.
was
They
a jollof
they said,
competition.
what in your mind?
It was,
No.
What in your mind?
Lie.
Wasn't he the one holding the soy
okay.
sauce in the beginning? What were you going to use it for?
So thing is,
was going
in the
to
end,
apply it on
we
his
changed
skin.
the strategy, so we're not going to use the soy sauce anymore. But thing is,
Young man, let's give you some
the
advice.
professional, the
fact that you
experts
had
came in there. The experts came in there and judged that I was the winner. Like, stop.
You
dating.
weren't the winner. That's what I'm saying. The girls won.
The
Whose
girls,
team?
You were just
Whose
lucky.
team?
You were just lucky to
They
be a
didn't
part
pick
of that
anything.
team.
You know the funny thing. You know the funny thing.
when
Before
cooks are
the
talking.
competition, you said it's
Oh, no,
Johnny
Mary.
Hughes' team, Giovanni's team, Thierry's team.
No.
After I win, now it is not me, it's the girls.
No, it's not your
And
team.
Napamukasi. And
Like, yeah,
Napamukasi.
stop hating. You see?
Latasa.
All I'm-
Latasa, right?
Listen.
Just come home.
Okay, so what's the recipe you used? Just go very quickly for those who missed it on
It-
Friday.
it's, you know, thing is,
There is
there's time for
fire
everything.
The mountain.
There is time for everything. and I just feel there's not a time for recipes. Don't do this. Don't do
Oh,
this.
zim zim.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to Giovanni's jollof though? You know how there's
Giovanni's
a rush.
jollof was
you know how
basically
there's
bread.
a rush for the jollof after the whole show.
It was-
Nobody went
Just
to
said
Giovanni's
nobody
side.
went to Giovanni's station. I was like,
You know,
but this kitchen, what's going
Giovanni
on?
came to work
Trust
yesterday.
him.
Giovanni came to work yesterday. Someone asked him, "Oh, so jollof no could see saying, oh, so yo, better go house."
No, but it was
Nobody
I'm sure they
amazing.
ate it.
When who?
But
I'm sure
nobody,
someone ate
but
it.
like,
Oh, no-
nobody
nobody
went
ate
to
it.
Gio's kitchen. Not even the team
I even
members.
feel bad
Nobody
because
ate it.
like Gio is my people,
You
Jerry.
know?
And I didn't even go and eat his rice. Oh, but I think I ate his chicken in the beginning,
The
and I
chicken
told him
was
that the
hard.
chicken wasn't tasty.
It's hard.
Yeah, and the
So
girl
the chef
said,
said that it's
No,
too
but you
dry.
see, that
And
was
he wants to
that
appreciate
was
him
Gio's
for
truth.
effort.
But that was Gio's truth, and that was his reality. How about?
See, so the judge
Yeah,
told.
that was his reality.
See,
Only
the
made
chef.
that-
your jollof didn't have salt.
So my
Your
jollof
jollof-
had little salt.
It didn't have salt at all.
But you know what
There
compensated?
was no
You know what
salt.
compensated? Beautiful, delicious sauce.
What was the recipe for the sauce again?
It was a mix of everything.
So there was
A
Kobe.
lot of
There was Kobe
rosemary.
in
A lot
it.
of rosemary.
Was that Kobe? Because it's a mixture of everything.
Oh no, I mean everything.
Prekese dey inside.
Spala.
At the end of the day,
Producer, I feel set up. Like, is this planned?
so at the end of the day, at the end of the day, soy sauce, no, or the other.
Yeah, in Yusubio.
It's with the beginning.
So why were you carrying
Beginning.
it?
Okay, so we had a plan.
What's the plan?
Then later we saw what Johnny Hughes was doing. We said, okay, this is proper competition, so we need to change. So we changed it. So yeah, Yusu.
No, but Johnny gave all of you a run for
The
your
guy
money,
didn't
though.
cook. He was
Johnny's
playing around.
jollof was the best jollof.
You didn't
on
use some of the
Friday.
sauce in the. You didn't use the sauce.
it was the most
I'll say
amazing.
this though.
Yeah.
Johnny Hughes' jollof or his team's jollof.
No, which
Oh
I
no, his
cooked.
jollof was good.
Johnny
Cookie
Hughes
was
and
sitting there,
jollof.
which I cooked.
It was
I
very
told
delicious.
everybody
Which
that.
I cooked.
How is it him and for me it's my team?
Which
Because
I
you don't
cooked.
know how to cook anything.
Because he cooked it
You
himself.
can't even boil water. You can't do
So that's my
anything.
food. That's my
that's
food there.
Johnny's food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dear man, cry. So you know the Black Star players are coming to town?
Yeah, they'll eat my jollof.
Two of the girls came from my winning team, so it was actually my recipe
Thank
that
you.
helped
Yeah.
them. Go and
Here
ask
we
the
go
girls.
again. I had members from my team
No,
also.
exactly. So
now it's
contributed.
between them two.
Now let's do this.
Yes.
Wait, you were talking about the Black Stars, right?
I'm proud of you.
So please clear off
Hey,
Johnny Hughes on the
please,
TV.
please,
Yeah, thank you
what?
very much.
Please, what?
I didn't say priest. I didn't say priest. Please, I didn't say priest. Did you say applause on TV
Me.
during
applause.
Ghana's Most
God
Beautiful?
forbid.
Go on Facebook.
God-
Go on Facebook.
God forbid.
She said what?
Go on
Applause.
Facebook.
No, instead of
Applause.
saying what?
No, that's
Applause.
not me. No, that's not
Oh
me.
no, Cookie can't do that.
No,
You
she
can
can't,
do
eh?
it.
Sanctuary.
You can
I
sanctuary.
know that.
Let's just go on Facebook. Go on Facebook.
No, just show me.
Bring back that stream.
Because me
All right, so the Black Star players are in town. We do know why they're in town, and it's simply because of the World Cup qualifiers. You know, we were talking about Ethiopia and South Africa earlier. So we are playing against Ethiopia on Friday.
Oh, I see.
Um,
in Ghana?
Yeah, at
Okay.
Cape Coast, the Cape Coast Stadium. So that's where the action is. So a lot of them
We
have
still
come
have
down.
grass on that.
yeah.
We still have what?
Grass.
If we
Like,
don't
is it
have,
growing
if
on
we
the
don't have a
path?
Coleman to provide
Robert Coleman's
AstroTurf. Yeah,
AstroTurf.
AstroTurf.
We use
If we don't have
Coleman's
it, Robert
AstroTurf.
Robert
Let's
Coleman,
see,
good
is that
morning to
natural
you.
grass
no,
growing
that
on
that
that
grass
path?
is perfect.
Oh,
it's
it's perfect.
for football.
Right now,
Okay.
right now, because we have drought, we are told that we had drought, so we couldn't hit our
Target.
Yeah.
Now there's flooding.
There's flooding.
Yeah.
So we'll use Coman's AstroTurf to solve the problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Cape Coast Stadium is always in fine shape.
In good shape. Okay.
It's just the pitch is fine.
Because it's not frequently
Sometimes it's
used.
outside the pitch that
Is
is
it
the
because
problem.
it's not frequently used?
No, not exactly. I think that it's because it's newly built, as in compared to the Accra Sports Stadium and the Bavaria Sports Stadium. So renovation works between those two older ones. This was built for the CAN 2008.
Oh, I see.
So it's a bit modern.
Fairly new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. So it's the reason why it's always in a better condition.
Right.
So
I guess
and also because
maintenance.
it's a more conducive stadium to play in. You know, it's a 20,000 capacity.
Okay.
So even if you don't get your 40,000 you'd have gotten at the Accra Sports Stadium, it still looks full. You still have a good atmosphere there. So,
Are the washrooms clean?
Washrooms in Ghana everywhere is a problem.
Oh, what do you mean by that? There are houses that have clean washrooms.
Okay, I mean the public spaces.
Okay.
So
there are some public places that have clean washrooms.
bougie hotels, bougie restaurants, and that's
5-star.
Even at the mall.
5-star.
Even at the mall.
Don't talk about the
mall. So you see,
Oh
even
my
at the
God.
mall.
Yeah,
It's
so
the worst
I think washrooms
We
are
need
like
to
a
talk
bigger
about that
problem.
matter.
Maybe one day will be a whole day
We
topic.
really need to
But
talk
washrooms
about that
are such a
matter.
problem
Washrooms
in
in
this
the
country.
malls, all the malls that we have in this country. It's terrible.
I saw what the cameraman did. I'm not going there. I'm not biting that cake. Don't set this trap for me.
Wait, what cake was being served? I'm not sure.
The national cake.
You will not know.
Was that dessert after your jollof competition? Did you make any dessert?
No, we're busy celebrating.
Oh, guys, let's talk about the Black Stars.
So after Ethiopia, Ghana will play South Africa. But that's what the problem is. You know the COVID-19 issue with the English players or the players based in England.
Right.
And so we'll not have our stars play the games against South Africa. Maybe you will apply, to being there. I saw you kicking a few balls around on social media.
I'm playing with a Samoajan.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's a Samoajan playing this Friday.
You mean pillow fight playing?
No, you mean...
Why would I play?
No,
why
she
would I have
means
a pillow
like
fight
playing
with a Samoajan? That's
You
for
said playing. I
lovers.
want to know what kind of play that is.
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating
Is he
anything.
not married?
Yeah, but pillow fights, what's up?
I beg you.
Maybe you
It's
got
for
the
Valentine's
pillows
Day.
What's going on in
outside.
this country?
Valentine's
There's
Day.
so much going on
Johnny,
in
what's
this
going on in
country.
this
We don't
country?
understand
So
what's going
we
on.
can't even come to work in the morning and
simple
like just
conversation.
what's going
No,
Johnny,
no,
what's
no.
going
No,
on?
but is a Samoajan part of the team?
No, he's not.
Oh, they didn't select
I'm not
him?
expecting him to be part of the team, short term, long term.
You know,
Have they
you
put
are
on the
paid.
list?
he's a no to Asamoah.
Oh, so he's really not playing?
Says he's not fit
but
enough.
no, but
But the guy
he's
says
been out.
he's not
Okay, so the
leaving.
thing is, in the last AFCON, and that was in 2019, so he was added because of the presidential decree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that was when he was retiring.
That was when he was retiring and he said...
He says he's not going to be part if he's not called. The president says, okay, add him for your last AFCON. Why would we want another last
Are
AFCON?
people so angered by that?
No,
that he made?
I've not heard it
That's-
anywhere
I think
else,
that
so.
we should just let it slide.
Yeah.
I think
No,
it's
I
I think
just
it's a
wanted
matter.
to know if he
I
was
think it's
gonna
a
play this Friday
he
or
resurrected
not.
the issue anyway. With that interview last week with
Okay,
Kelvin.
okay,
So
okay.
it's not a conversation that would have even come up in the first place
Okay.
had he not even brought it up, because nobody's really considering Asamoah back in the Black Stars.
Okay, so we told you about the Buipe pictures. Bulsa South, Bulsa North, Navrongo, Chichuliga, Sandema. Take a look at it. So these are Marine Drive, Marine Police, I beg your pardon, Marine Police doing their work. That's a full DSP, a 3-star on his shoulders. And he had come out to work from the depth of his heart with his team. He has no protective clothing. He has no, what do you call it?
Yeah, he's just in there.
Yeah, he's just there. No
Wellington boots,
he's
nothing.
standing there with his official
Uniform.
And you see, he's out there like this because he doesn't have the things to come out there. Now, if I were the one doing this saving of the people, I would carry them across in batches and let them all have swimsuits just in case anything happens.
The unexpected
But
happens.
then they don't have it.
Even he doesn't have it.
So they have come out to work, but they don't
not even
have the
protected.
things.
How can they protect
How can they
the people
protect the
they're trying
people
to-
they are working with? They don't have it. How can they protect the people they are working? They have come to save, and that's my problem. So this is not blaming the police. This is applauding the police
Applauding them
for
for
doing a
even
good job.
working
Even
But-
though they don't
without
have the right
Yes, but if the
resources.
system had the stuff, how much is a Wellington boot?
You know
How much is a life jacket?
what I've realized. So I have not lived in Europe or the United States, but what I've seen on camera, what I've seen in videos, is that when these things happen, it's not really the job of the police, really.
No, but this is Marine.
No, we have Marine.
This is the Marine, yes.
Police, so that's
So you have
part-
fire.
So the fire
you
service,
have,
I'm expecting the fire service to be taking charge of some of these things.
Yeah.
Yes. because they are well equipped. They've been trained for these things.
No, but you see, when you set up a marine police department, their job is to work in water. This is a DSP. Do you know what it means to be a DSP in the police?
Well, at this point,
you should have come from private, gone to lance corporal, gone to corporal, gone to sergeant, gone to inspector, chief inspector, gone to ASP.
That's like 9 levels up.
But he's a marine officer.
Yes, but I'm saying
still the same ranks.
Yes. Okay. So you should have gone through all of that to be there. He's a senior police officer. And for him to be out there like that, risking his life, because
no apparatus.
And this is a salute to them. All the guys are marine police. Yes, but then the point is that for how long can they go out and not work and work with that stuff that?
Well, we need to find out if they had it first of all, and probably at that point they decided to do us.
The question is, why would they?
Let's just check, because what if we find out that maybe they had
Bella,
it?
I know you. Bella, I know you want to. I know Bella wants to play the devil's advocate.
What if?
When the SWAT gentleman was killed at Adedepo in Accra,
he didn't have
both the IGP and the Interior Minister were saying that we are wondering why he was not wearing it. We'll get into it and find out.
Yes.
After they found out, have they told us
but
that they
that's
had
saying
it?
that
It's been more than 2 months, 3 months, right?
What if?
Have they found? No. But see, why would a DSP have protective clothing? Know that I'm going to a flooded area because they picked it.
That's my question.
And not dress.
So let's get the answers to all these questions. Then we would know which side to take. I just feel like we're taking sides already, or we're judging without necessarily investigating to find out if really they didn't have it.
After a policeman was killed, we said that no policeman will go on bank guard duties without a bulletproof vest and a helmet. Go to the banks and find how many of them are wearing bulletproof vests and helmets. So don't say that, we don't know. If I have a spoon and they are eating rice or cocoa somewhere, I won't take my spoon and go eat.
Maybe you want to eat your hand.
Yeah, you drink the cocoa like that.
Or you collect the bowl and just put it on your mouth.
We'll see you after the break.
We'll be back.